Hello, guys. So this week's topic of discussion is, shout out to Jake for giving this to us.
Jake Baranek, that's how I say his name. If you just say it when I say that.
Is hookup culture. I think we're living in a time right now where it is way more socially acceptable.
So wait, first of all, what is hooking up? Some people consider it just kissing. Some people consider it like going all the way to fourth base.
The home run, you idiot.
Home run. Oh, fuck.
I feel like hooking up is just like making out, because every single time someone's been like, oh, we've hooked up, people always ask for, oh, did you have sex? Like clarification.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that hooking up should be strictly like up until that point, and then when you guys have sex, you should just switch to saying we had sex.
Yeah, but like I feel like a lot of people may also think that the term just saying like we had sex is maybe a little too curt and like abrupt almost. Like hooking up is more like socially acceptable in conversation.
Yeah, but you're always going to have to. The problem with hooking up is you're always going to have to clarify.
See, when I say that, when I think of hooking up, I think sex.
See, I don't.
Like if I kiss someone, I just say like, oh, we kissed.
But if you say you kiss someone, I picture like how you kiss your mom.
Yeah,
like a little like.
Well, I don't kiss my mom.
Well, me either. But you know what I like? Okay, I just picture like
kiss your grandma on the cheek.
Like a kiss.
Well, you can also say like we made out.
I guess.
But made out sounds so like middle school but
I just think the hookup is one of those words that you're always going to have to clarify.
Okay, so hooking up, you'll have to clarify it depending on the context and who you're talking with too. I say it's sex. She says it's making out or kissing. The next section of this is going to be, is it okay having sex with random people or kissing random people?
Yes.
Yes, I totally think it's okay. I think in this day and age, I feel like my grandpa, but in this like time period, people are so busy and so about themselves that a lot of the times you don't have the time or the means to even build a relationship, but you still have those sexual tendencies. So it's okay because, believe it or not, a lot of the times both of you are using each other rather than someone just being used.
I mean, I just also think it's okay because it's like, it's your damn life.
Exactly.
Like, what is this? Little House on the Prairie where like you have to court each other and then you can't touch until you get married.
Oh.
I just think it's okay. Like it's socially acceptable now.
You're consenting adults too. Like
right,
it's not.
And I mean, obviously, like you should be careful. You should be protected. You should like
take all the precautions necessary.
Exactly, but you shouldn't feel bad about it.
After the first couple times, you won't even.
It doesn't even faze you. It
doesn't even faze you anymore. So. Anyway,
and now another question is like, what do you do when you see them again?
Out.
I act exactly the same. I don't change. I don't hide. I'm not all of a sudden in love with you. I legitimately act exactly the same.
For me, it's a little different. It depends on like in what context I met you, because if I met you like out at a G-Door or something, and I'm like completely drunk or something. And then the next day I see you at like a academic conference, or like something that's completely different than going out, then I may feel a little strange, but I'm not going to be like, never talking to that man again. Ignore him. I think that's silly. And I think a lot of people actually feel that way, like they can't talk to that person again because they've seen you they've seen you naked and they've seen you at your most vulnerable, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. All the guys that I've slept with, I don't really speak to anymore. But that's not due to me, like, avoiding you. I have other things going on, so I'm not really going to be chasing after you. Unless, like, we have fun together, If, like, we're friends and we have hooked up, then that's not a problem either. I don't think that you should be ashamed of what you guys did together.
Okay, well, then what are your thoughts about hooking up with friends? Friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits.
FW.
I think that friends with benefits can definitely work, but it relies so much on honesty, and it relies on both of you understanding where the other person is. Like if you even have like the slightest feeling for someone, I think you should tell them just so that you guys can decide together whether to continue as friends with benefits or not. Hookup culture I think is very much a staple of our generation as well.
I also think that friends with benefits can be healthy.
Yeah.
You're
getting your like daily dose of sex. I think a lot of the times like people with friends with benefits, like they either hook up the first time and then they act really weird about it, like super strange when they shouldn't.
Here's the one thing about hooking up with a friend. If it's bad, it
Stop
can
immediately.
really, really screw up a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Only because it's like the elephant in the room. Like, we just had sex and it was
so bad.
So that's the one thing that I think when you're getting started in a friends with benefits like relationships, you really have to take that into consideration.
Exactly.
Because I'm a type of person where like I would rather have a friend than have sex once, have it be really bad, and then never speak to them.
And you can't, like, friends with benefits is that you are having sex because there isn't anyone else. Both parties need to understand that if the opportunity presents itself for someone else, like if you're a guy and you're chasing another girl, that girl that you're hooking up with, who's your friend, has to understand that this is just sex between the two of you. And the same goes for guys too. So I don't think that if you cannot accept that, then you should not partake in it. Because someone's going to end up getting hurt. And that will just ruin your friendship.
Sorry.
That's our take on hookup culture. Thanks, Jake, for that.
Okay, everyone. We'll see you.
Well, this is our last video for ever. Because we're graduating. Okay, so you guys have a great summer. We probably will still do Frisky Fridays. It'll probably just be on our Facebook every, like, month or something, if we remember. So, bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.